There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she already done had her.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with a short video to keep you guys up to date on what's going on with James Charles. I just wanted to come on here and kind of set the record straight. A lot of people came for me on my video about him. I was in no way trying to come for James Charles at all. I said that I really love the palette. A lot of people came for me for the way that I memed him with his promo video. That is actually an iconic way to like showcase somebody on YouTube. I mean, apparently you guys don't watch like Shook or anything like that. But when I woke up, I noticed that James Charles had tweeted and said that he was going to go on Instagram and do some swatches of his palette to kind of set the record straight about all of this stuff. Now, you guys know, I don't think I mentioned it in my last video, but I did see this on Twitter and then I looked into it myself. I did notice when he was swatching other colors in this palette, he did go back in. He did say that this was a buildable formula. We all know that that is a thing with certain makeup brands and certain makeup colors and pigments. It can take multiple applications to make a color pop, but a lot of people were kind of thrown off by him doing this with this black color. I think it's called Spooky. I actually really did not honestly think that much of it because I did think that it was possibly an editing issue. I don't think someone with the amount of subscribers on YouTube that he has and the amount of followers that he has on Instagram, he would actually do something to try to like make his brand look bad. He even addresses that in this Instagram story where he talks about how he stutters and he had to do multiple takes. I kind of gather that by the way that the video was edited. I don't honestly think that he was being shady. And if you notice in my last video, I did say that, but a lot of people came for me. I do think that it's good that James Charles is actually responding to this. I don't really think it was that big of a thing, but I do think that it's very important that if you have an issue or somebody brings something up, especially in the makeup, beauty, drama community, that it should be addressed. And he has addressed it. He did respond back to me on my Twitter. I did not even tweet at him, and he just basically said that it was like an editing type of thing and everything that he basically addressed in this Instagram story. I'm going to insert it for you guys to see here. It is very lengthy. I'm not going to chop it down. Feel free to watch it if you would like. I do think that he did a good job, and I do think that he's put a lot of time and effort into this. I am going to be buying this palette. Now, those brushes, they can keep those. That is way too much money for those brushes, but let me know what you guys think down below, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.
Hello sisters and happy Sunday. I'm currently outside chilling by the pool with sister Jesus and beautiful sister Cassie over there coming to join us. I thought we would do some swatches of the palette today just to show you guys how bomb it is, and also because some people seem to think there's apparently some conspiracy theory about me trying to hide double swatches that I did in the video. I did do double swatches in the video. If I was trying to hide them, I would have done a lot better editing them out. I stutter a lot when I speak and had to redo a lot of takes, and some of the swatches just suck, so I wanted to do them better. All that being said though, I am so incredibly proud of all 39 shades in this beautiful palette, and I'm completely confident in the formula of all of them. We have so many different formulas in here, from shimmers to metallics to even highlighters to glitters, and of course our mega mattes as well. In the review video, I was super upfront and honest with you guys about having to work some of the mega matte shades just a little bit differently because they're considered pressed pigments as opposed to typical eyeshadows. But that being said, when you get the techniques right that I recommended, they work so incredibly beautifully and the pigmentation is insane. But just to clear up any conspiracies or any drama, because I've worked way too hard on this palette to have anything being thrown around, I thought I would do some live swatches here on Instagram stories. No editing, no cuts, so you guys can see how these shadows truly perform and how bomb they really are. Jesus is going to start off on the top row. We have Canvas and Ring Light and So Good. We have 518 and Rusted. Both of these are considered pressed pigments, but still perform absolutely beautifully. These pressed pigments still perform beautifully when they're swatched, but like I said in the video and made very, very clear, they are meant to be packed on and layered just like any typical eyeshadow does. Oh my god, look at those. So bomb. We have Halloween and Wig, our beautiful metallic shades. Oh wow, you're literally kidding. The last one on the top row is our dark brown shade called Tea, and now this is going to be one of the ones that is a matte shade, so it's a little bit drier. I definitely like to layer up this one twice to get maximum payoff in pigmentation, and this one is definitely meant for layering and building out the outer corner for a dark smoky eye. Off the next row, we have Punch Me, Sister, and Mary. So good. Now keep in mind, you guys, just like Canvas didn't show up on me, Jesus is definitely more tan, but Punch Me is still there. Literally, You're Kidding, and Shook. you're getting. Oh my gosh. Last, we have Boutique and Benny. Now, these are also both dry mattes as well. They still look bomb, but these ones should be layered definitely twice if you want to go in again. Finish up Flashback on Jesus just because it'll show up a little bit better on medium skin. Okay, layer 1, layer 2. So white. All right, next we have Face, Tune, and Code James. Beautiful. Once again, these middle shades are all matte, but I'm gonna add a second layer to Tune just to show you guys that you can build it up. This is a transition shade, so it's not supposed to be super, super pigmented. You want this to be a light wash of color, and it still looks beautiful, even with 1 or 2 swatches. We have 10% off and no beans. Whoa. Last shade that everyone's been creating conspiracy theories over, Spooky, the black shade in the palette. Since y'all want to play oh my god, since y'all want to play games, there it is. But why would I settle for that when I could settle for a second layer? I have always said every single video, if you're using black, be careful because adding too much can quickly mess up any single look. So I wanted to create a layerable black, and that is exactly what I did. There is no conspiracy theories. I probably just watched it twice or stuttered. As you can see, it looks bomb. Now, moving on, the last 2 rows of the palette are all of our rainbow shades. Now, my goal with creating this palette was to create really, really bomb matte colors because they're super hard to do. Now, I made it very clear in the video, these are a little bit harder to work with. You definitely are going to want to pat them over an eye primer for maximum payoff and pigmentation. Because some of these shades in the bottom 2 rows are considered pressed pigments as opposed to typical eyeshadows because of the ingredients in them. But when you know how to use them correctly, you guys are going to fall in love with them. I'm still going to swatch them regardless just to show you how bomb they are, but you're going to want to use those specific techniques. So starting off the bottom row, we have Socialblade and B, our bright yellow and green shades. That's 1 layer. Now let's add a second one. Because they're supposed to be layered, like I said. Oh my god. Next we have Daddy, which is our deep green, and Guac, which is our metallic green. Whoa. Next we have Cape Cod and Hello. Oh. Next we have Playground and Cola, our blue shades. Oh my gosh. Now that is layer number 1. I'm just gonna add a second layer because these are supposed to be layered.
Oh my god. So cool.
We have Brother, which is definitely one of those pressed pigments that you're going to want to layer, and Acapella. Layer number 1. Do you want to layer on Brother again, Jesus?
Yes.
Beautiful. Now for purples, we have Escape, which is our deep matte plum shade. And this is definitely a pressed pigment that you're going to want to layer. And Artistry, our glitter shade. Do you want to layer Escape on there again? Beautiful. Next comes Single, our neutral matte purple. And love that, our matte magenta. Beautiful. Do you want to layer them on for more? And last but finally not least, we have Skip, our bright neon pink, and Pinkity Drinkity. Want to add more? So beautiful. Hopefully those live and unedited swatches just cleared up any questions or conspiracy theories that you guys may have had about the palette. Sorry, I hate to break it to you, there's no tea here. I'm just not the best at swatches, and I also stutter a lot, so I had to redo some takes. That's it, the shadows are still bomb. I'm really not even sure why swatches are important at this point because you don't put on eyeshadow with your finger, you use brushes and you usually pack a lot on and layer it several times. So I don't know why this became a huge conspiracy, but I wanted to clear it up right away. I've worked way too hard on this and have tried to perfect everything about this palette. Deal with criticism from people who did not watch the launch video and did not listen, or who don't know about editing, or who don't know about the makeup production process. I am so proud of all 39 of these shades, and I'm confident that you guys are going to love this palette, and I cannot wait for you all to unleash your inner artists. That's all I got on this topic. I've decided to save all these stories on a little highlight on my profile. If you click on my palette, all these stories will remain right here for you guys to watch them, to show your friends, if anybody else is worried or conspiracizing about the swatches, and I'll be putting lots more palette content here as well.